What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're hanging out here in the office. We got a little breaking news. We got the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour schedule and the Invitational schedules. Both have released this week. And I just wanted to go over them, give you guys my thoughts. And I think it's a pretty cool schedule. So I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. But if not, stay tuned. We're about to go over them all right now. So it's a pretty good schedule. It's a unique schedule for sure. You know, looking at the Bass Pro Tour schedule, we got 7 stages, heavy hitters, and red crest. So that would be 9 tournaments. I haven't been to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I haven't been to over half of the tournament. So that's pretty cool. I really like going to new places. So I'm excited about that, you know, going to some new bodies of water and different times of year and really figuring out. So let's just jump in and start talking about the schedule. So stage 1, we kick off the Bass Pro Tour for 2024 at Toledo Bend, January 30th through February 4th. So Toledo Bend's one of those famous bass fishing lakes in the country. There's been some really big bags caught this year, I guess last year as well. So it seems to be on the upswing, and I think early season like that, there's going to be some really big fish caught. I'm excited about it. You know, it's a place I've never been, but it's always been on the bucket list just because it's such a famous body of water. You always want to go hit those bucket list type lakes. So I'm excited about Toledo Bend, and stage 2 is another one of those bucket list bodies of water that I've never been to. February 20th through 25th, Santi Cooper Lakes. I mean, you talk about bass fishing, and Santi Cooper is one of the top 5 bass fishing lakes in the country as far as a famed old school bass fishery. Big fish, again, early season, that end of February range. You know, Mother Nature's going to play a big role in that one just because you never really know what could happen. You know, it could be warm enough the fish are starting to spawn already, or it could still be freezing cold and way pre-spawn. So you never really know that time of year, but that's another one that I'm excited to get to. Santi Cooper, end of February. That's going to be fun. So after stage 2, we're going to have red crest on Lay Lake. So we already knew that. The dates were already released for that and the location. So we already knew Lay Lake for red crest in March 14th through 17th. Lay Lake's on the Coosa River. You know, they got some big spotted bass there, but I think Lay's more known for those big largemouth. So that's going to be an interesting event. I haven't even really thought about that one much yet, but it's definitely on the radar to start thinking about and doing some research on here soon. You know, this will be my first red crest that I get to fish, so I definitely want to have a good showing. I'm probably going to go spend some time there and do a little pre-practice and do some research on it that way. But Lay Lake should be a good tournament. You know, that Birmingham, Alabama is like the central hub for bass fishing, so I imagine there'll be a bunch of fans there, so that should be a good time at Lay Lake. So stage 3, April 9th through 14th. This is one I'm super excited about. Stage 3 at Dale Hollow Lake. So living here in Tennessee now, I've been fishing Dale Hollow for I guess the last couple years, but it's really one of the lakes that I go to fun fishing. So I've spent a lot of time there, and I plan on spending a bunch more time there before this event. It's fairly close to the house, and it's just one of those lakes that just fits my style for some reason. You know, I've always had fun there, always caught a bunch of fish, and just really enjoyed Dale Hollow. So that one is going to be super interesting with the smallmouth. So there's been some BFLs and Toyota Series events there prior, but there's this weird slot limit with the smallmouth on Dale Hollow. So you can only keep one per day over 21 inches. But with the Major League Fishing catch-weigh release format, we're going to be able to just catch all of those 20-inch smallmouth that we want, weigh them on the boat and let them go, and they're all going to count. So the weights are going to be really strong for that tournament, and I think it's going to wow some people that when they see what actually lives in Dale Hollow and can kind of expose it for what it is. It's going to be put on the map more so than it already is after April 9th through 14th with stage 3. So next up is stage 4, April 30th through May 5th at Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma. Not Lake Eufaula, Alabama, Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma. So there was a few major tournaments here this year in 2023, and we're continuing that trend and heading there in 2024. So I really don't know much about the lake at all. So, I know it's in Oklahoma. That's about it. I know it gets a little windy. That's about the only things I know from watching a little bit of the Invitational that was live this year. Really don't have any idea what to expect on that one towards the end of April. So that's kind of a wild card for me at this point. I'll probably try and get out there and do a little pre-practice, but you never really know. With it being out in Oklahoma, it's pretty far away. So I don't know. That's one that really not sure what to expect. So after that, we go May 18th through 23rd. That's the Heavy Hitters Tournament. So I was fortunate enough to qualify for that event as well. And that's on the Kissimmee chain in Kissimmee, Florida. So Lake Toho, Hatchinahaw, drawing a blank, Lake Kissimmee, and what's the other one? Cypress, Lake Cypress in between. Gonna be some big fish caught. Heavy Hitters is a cool event with all the money for the big fish of the tournament and winning the tournament. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and especially at the Kissimmee chain, all those fish will be done spawning. Everyone always says that some of the best times to fish Florida lakes are well after the spawn into that May-June time frame. So I'm excited about that. I think that one will be pretty good tournament. I think it's I'm not sure the dates of the last time Heavy Hitters was there when Jordan Lee won, but I know there was some big fish caught then, and it should be pretty similar to that. So after Heavy Hitters, we got stage 5. This is June 4th through 9th at the Choon River in North Carolina. So I had never even heard of this place until the schedule released. I had to type it into Google Maps just to see where it was. And just doing some minimal research, looking at it, it looks like it's a tidal river down there around the Virginia Beach, Chesapeake area, right in northern North Carolina. Some very quick, minimal research I did and some comments that I've seen on social media. It seems like this place is a little hidey hole that we're about to expose. It seems like there's some really big fish there. And I don't know, it's another one that I've never been to. I have no idea what to expect, but I feel like it's going to be pretty cool. I love going to new bodies of water like that, so it's going to really show out, and I think that one will be very exciting to watch. Next up, June 25th through 30th, stage 6 at the James River in Richmond. James River is cool. So we fished an invitational there last year, right around the same time of year, and it was a good tournament. I can't think of a day that I caught more keeper bass than the James River tournament I fished last year. So I'm excited about that one. It's going to be a catch fest. The place is full of fish from the James up by Takeoff all the way down to the Chickahominy. It's full of fish and everywhere in between. So that one's really exciting. It's another tidal body of water. And there's some really big ones that live there. So that one's going to show out, and that's a good time of year to fish that river. So I'm excited about it and hopefully get a little revenge. I didn't have the best finish there, but definitely want to get after them again in 2024. Then the last stage of the season, stage 7, August 6th through 11th at the St. Lawrence River, Messina, New York. So You guys know I love the St. Lawrence River. I've spent a lot of time up there the last, I guess, 4 or 5 years, and feel like I know the river decently, so I'm excited about that one. That one, out of this whole schedule, the St. Lawrence is definitely where I have the most experience and where I feel the most comfortable. I know where I need to be, what I need to be doing. So that one, you know, I feel like I have a good shot. I have a good shot at doing well in that tournament. You know, I already know where I need to be, what I need to be doing. So it's just a matter of executing and hopefully find a few fish come August next year. So that is the full Bass Pro Tour schedule. We got 9 events, and that's going to keep me busy for the year. But, you know, the Tackle Warehouse Invitational schedule released as well. And that's a pretty good schedule. We'll run through it real quick. I think I might try and fish a couple of them. I'm not sure. I gotta try and pick and choose and see how they fit in throughout the schedule. Like I said, that Bass Pro Tour schedule with 9 events is going to keep me pretty busy. But Invitational schedule, February 9th through 11th at Sam Rayburn, March 1st through 3rd at West Point Lake. Never even heard of West Point Lake. I guess it's over there by Lake Eufaula, Alabama. You know, I don't think there's been a major tournament there in a while, so that's an interesting one. April 19th through 21st at Kentucky Lake. I think Kentucky Lake's been showing out lately, so that may be a good tournament. That might be one that I might have to sneak into just to see what's going on. May 10th through 12th at Lake Eufaula, Alabama. June 15th through 17th, Lake Champlain. You guys know I love Lake Champlain, so that's one that's definitely on my radar to try and sneak in there and fish Lake Champlain. And then July 26th through 28th, the Detroit River out of Trenton, Michigan. So that's another one that, you know, I love catching those big smallmouth. So if the dates work out and all the scheduling works out, you know, I think I'll probably try and sign up for that Detroit River and catch some of those big smallmouth. But pretty exciting stuff. The schedules are out. It's time to start planning for 2024. Feel like the Toyota Series and BFL schedule should be coming out here soon. So you guys looking for those, you all stay tuned. But for now, we're going to do a little bit of planning, and we'll catch up with you guys here later in the fall and give you an update on exactly what we signed up for, how the year's laying out, and where we'll be, and all those sorts of things. But appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a comment. Drop me a comment down below and let me know which tournament you're most excited to watch. You know, it's a pretty exciting schedule, so drop it down in the comments which one's your favorite. And until then, we'll see you guys next time.